The stage is finally set for Super Bowl 55, featuring the NFC champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the AFC repeat champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. I really wish that was a different NFC team representing in the Super Bowl, but it's whatever, I guess. Anyways, we know this game is going to have 4 quarters of 15 minutes and a total of 60 minutes in action, and of course, probably a long and boring halftime show as usual in every Super Bowl. But besides the point, this is a video I did last year as well. It comes to a point of what if this was a best of 7 series. We can see this in other leagues such as, NBA, NHL, and MLB. All the other sports leagues, all the other major sports leagues do a best of series to determine a winner in the playoffs to move on, or in fact, just to win it all. You can see that NBA Finals, the World Series, Stanley Cup, basically every other sport is best of 7. And the reason why, of course, is they can afford to play those games. For football, you can't play that many games, otherwise you'd probably die at the age of 25 with CTE or some kind of bone disease or bone marrow, or, just football players just can't do that in general. My point being is that we have Madden simulation here, so might as well put it to the test. What if the Super Bowl was a best of 7 series? In this case, the Kansas City Chiefs, considering they have a better record than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they will get 4 home games compared to the Buccaneers' 3 home games. They're the better team, they get more games at home. I'm not going to waste any more time. There's no bracket needed for this. They're both 88 overalls in Madden. You can see the best players: Tom Brady, Mike Evans, and Levante David, and then Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill. Anyways, we'll start in Kansas City. Best of 7. First to win 4 games, 7 games if necessary. Let's go to game number 1. Here, game number 1 in Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. As I said, Kansas City starts off with game number 1, and they'll also get game number 2 at home, the next game after this, and if necessary, they'll also take game number 5 and game number 7 here in Arrowhead. I'm doing it such as the NBA Finals. That's how they do their games. I'm pretty sure MLB and NHL might do it a little bit differently with home field advantage or home court advantage, but that's just how the NBA Finals does it, because it's kind of like the next biggest sport in America. That can be controversial, but you understand my point. And that leaves us with the other games, meaning that 3 and 4, and if necessary, 6 will go to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here is a 3-point game, 31-28, pretty good game number 1. And Patrick Mahomes is driving at the 27-yard line, close to the red zone of the opponent's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He sends this one open downfield, the mid to Sammy Watkins for his second receiving touchdown. And just like that, who takes the lead? The Kansas City Chiefs, home in Arrowhead. And I'm stumbling on my word. 34-31 is the score now. Sammy Watkins finds the midfield. Patrick Mahomes delivers a dot. Tyreek Hill was also open on that route right there. And Sammy Watkins take this one in for his second touchdown of the day, as I believe that should be Sammy Watkins. I said this last video, I always struggle with names considering that I just don't know people. And yeah, it is Sammy Watkins. Just had to make sure I get it right. So it's now a 3-point game. However, you kick an extra point, it's a 4-point game. Tom Brady is pretty used to these scenarios right here. He still has 3 timeouts on the board. The Kansas City offense did not waste any time to score, which could be seen as a good thing, considering they do take a 4-point lead. Field goal is not needed, or is definitely not what Tampa Bay Buccaneers need. They're going to go for 6 in this case to take this game home. Alright, Tom Brady, a person who's really familiar in this situation, and speaking of the devil, he's going to get sacked. As I was trying to say, Tom Brady makes his way to the 10th Super Bowl. This time, of course, is best 7 simulation, and that's a pretty hard blow for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They need the sacker here, and they're going to call a timeout. 476 total yards. In comes Jones for the sack, and that's going to back them up 4 yards. And now they're not going to call a timeout. They're going to keep 3 timeouts on the board. Tom Brady's just going to back up yards, and he's going to complete this one short route. The Kansas City Chiefs defense is capping up right now, and timeout's finally called for a long 3rd down and 10. At least this stops the clock for the Tampa Bay offense, considering that's exactly what they need after wasting 20-plus seconds on that drive already. This one's going to be slinged to midfield, and what a catch! Mike Evans brings this one up to the 45. It's Mike Evans. And that one was just hauled in traffic easily. Mike Evans makes it look effortless. They call a timeout now, and that is exactly what you need for Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. I wish I could see a replay of that. That one just seemed like it was over 3 defenders. I know one of them could have been his own teammate running a route, but he just jumped up for it, and that's what Mike Evans does best. Madden simulation proves something for once. 1st down and 10, new set of downs with half a minute remaining and 1 extra second, and you're down to 1 more timeout. And here you are with a little over 50 yards to go, 56 yards in fact. You got to touch the end zone. 3 points will not do it. Tom Brady's going to look for the pass once again. Of course, as he needed to, this one's going to go to the out route. This one's going to gain around 7 or 8 yards. And time's going to take. That's Antonio Brown, newly formed Tampa Bay Buccaneer, coming off of really clowned free agency, you can say. Timeout for the Bucs. I believe that's their last timeout. 35-31. Now with 20 seconds left, second down and 2. It's going to be really weird to see what Tom Brady and the Bucs do now. They stand at the Arrowhead logo. 3 rush to the Kansas City Chiefs. 1 spy able. Tom Brady's just going to sling this one downfield. Maybe Mike Evans is down there again. This one's hauled up and couldn't be brought down. So that leaves 13 seconds now. And now for a third down and 2. So what do you do now? Do you go for a short route or do you just do that again? I mean, you can try to gain the 2 yards or at least a little bit more. You got to go out of bounds though, and then maybe sling it to the end zone. That's just my, that's just my idea on this. Let's see what Tom Brady and the Bucs offense do here, sitting at the 48-yard line. 3 rush once again. He's going to send this one, try to get out. That's exactly what I was thinking. Gronk couldn't get it, and it's 4th down and 2. So now you just got to look to sling this one in the end zone because, well, you could try to convert. You waste a few more seconds. You get out of bounds. Maybe you get a few more yards on it, but it's also kind of a risky play. So we'll see maybe 1 or 2 more plays out of the Tampa Bay offense, including this one right here. Let's go. 48-yard line, 10 seconds on the clock. 4th down and 2. Could be the final play of the game. Could be Kansas City taking game number 1. Tom Brady is just going to sling this one. Is there going to be someone out there for it? Knocked up and can't do it, and that means turnover downs. And the Kansas City Chiefs take over, and the Chiefs defense is what comes up clutch to win game number 1, 35-31. Not to mention Patrick Mahomes delivering to Sammy Watkins just a few seconds ago to give the Chiefs a game number 1 victory. We'll go and skip the knee, or actually it's coming up right now. We can see this right here. Game number 2 will actually be back right here in Kansas City. And of course, game 3 and 4 will follow up down south in Tampa Bay, Florida. With that being said, let's move on to game number 2. And this game back in Arrowhead for game number 2, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs took game number 1, is going to come down to the defense of the Kansas City Chiefs. The reason why Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the ball at their own 15-yard line. And the Kansas City Chiefs have 3 timeouts. So they have the ability to stop the clock 3 times, already past the 2-minute warning. So what they have to do here is everything just perfect. They have to stop the Tampa Bay Bucs on this one drive right here. Can't let them get past that yellow line or the first down marker, and they can get the ball back for maybe a chance to put 7 on the board at a 24-17 game, 7-point game. Here's the first play on offense for the Bucs. As I said, the Kansas City Chiefs need a chance to take game number 2. They need to stop, and they're going to get a good tackle right here, stopping the run, and that's their first timeout called here. Good stop right there. All right, repeat down, 2nd down and 10. Tom Brady's going to hand the ball off again, and this one's going to straight up the middle of the Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones breaks to the 35, and that one should be game to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as they got one good stop on him, and they couldn't stop him again. Ronald Jones, the second, breaks free in the open field. He gains over 20 yards in this one, and he's going to send a Game 2 victory in the hands of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they go back home to play game number 3. Alright, I sort of lied, however, for the chances of the Kansas City Chiefs to win, it's still really low. There is a chance they can get the ball back. Very, very low, though. And it starts right here with this final play. I'm pretty sure they get the ball back with like 2 seconds. I think it'll just be a punt return. And unless they incomplete, okay, that's actually huge. That's a really big deflection right there because you stop the clock now and you have to punt. I was thinking they're just going to run the ball in their throats again and they're going to tick down to 2 seconds and the only thing we'll have left is a punt return. Good thing I resumed it here. I thought the Bucs had this one locked down, but a big play at least from the defense of the Kansas City Chiefs gives Patrick Mahomes a chance. This one's going to be route 35 seconds. They will not call a fair catch. And McCole Hardman will take a move up to around the 23-yard line. So with 33 seconds left, 7-point game, we now have the tides is completely flipped, and Patrick Mahomes gets one more shot at it to score 6 and get the extra point good from his kicker at 7. Can they do it? We'll just see. From their own 23-yard line, 33 seconds as I said. First play of the game. It's going to be a short gain. This is going to be nothing, and this is just going to take down the clock even more. So it's not the best play call you want. I didn't even gain 1 yard, 2nd down and 10. 400 yards allowed for the defense on the Bucs side. They've allowed 358 of those passing, Patrick Mahomes. Only 40 rushing yards. So if you stop the rushing attack from the Chiefs, I guess that's a good thing. But I mean, you just got to stop the passing attack. That's your main priority versus the Chiefs. The clock actually is stopped here, so I'm actually guessing he did drop the ball. I did think that was hauled in. If not, there'd probably be like 5 seconds on the clock. So fortunate drop on the hands of the Kansas City Chiefs, which gives them another shot at it, not taking down the time. And look at the time he has in the pocket right here. He gets a delivery up the midfield. Tyreek Hill breaks out of the 50, and maybe they'll get one more playoff. I just don't know. Maybe they can get up and get one more throw downfield. But even then, 1st down and 10. Tyreek Hill has 9 receptions or 156 yards. And I do not think that the Kansas City Chiefs can get back up on the line and take another snap at it. However, nope, they're getting up right now. You get one more shot at it. Come on, Patrick Mahomes. Yep, let's see it. I thought he actually handed the ball off. He can do a short route. This is caught in midfield. Oh, there's a hold up. There's a flag. This could be huge. Personal foul. Face mask. And that's on the defense, isn't it? I did not hear it. It is. This is giving them another chance. First down 10 on the opponent's 13-yard line. This game just went from, I thought the Bucs were going to win, to a whole different story. We're on the 13-yard line. Should be one more play left. Here it is, the final play. We haven't seen this yet in the simulation. One play in him. Patrick Mahomes, here he goes. Looks for the pass. End zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. They take 6 on the board from McCole Hardman. And how about that? 24-23, extra point. We could be going to overtime if this is good. It's up. This game is going to overtime. And a final second touchdown. And we haven't seen one of those in quite a minute. And what a game we've had here. Chiefs with 33 seconds left. They get a good penalty on the hands of their favor. And we're heading to overtime. Can they take game number 2? Or will the Bucs find a way to steal this one here in overtime? Who wins the toss? I'm pretty sure the Bucs won the toss, which is huge. You get the ball first in overtime. That's pretty big. You take a score first in the end zone, you win the game. You take 3, you have a shot at winning it. You just got to stop the opposing offense. Let's get to our next play in order to win this game, because I'm not going to go through the entire overtime, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Who's going to win this crazy game? Let's go. This game took no time for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to drive down the field and get the opponent's red zone, and they hand the ball off for a run up to the first yard markers to Ronald Jones II, and 146 rush yards with 24 rushes on the day, averaging 6 yards to carry, and he gets a new set of downs up to the 10-yard line. First down and 10. Of course, they take the touchdown, they win the game, and they steal game number 2 here in Kansas City. If they take the field goal, well, they give Kansas City another chance. Luckily, Kansas City had a chance in the first place in regulation, but here they are. 10. Tom Brady. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left in overtime. Motions to be look like his tight end. Fakes the handoff for the win to the end zone. This one's hauled in. Mike Evans, and what a game! Touchdown, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are taking game number 2 in Kansas City. Just like that, pretty easy for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to drive down the field. You didn't see it, but it happened pretty fast. And just like that, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers steal a game 2 after who would have thought the Kansas City Chiefs had some life in them, and they get this one right back in overtime. What a game. And that end zone too. That end zone right there is just special because it had, well, the tying score in overtime, or in regulation, and the winning score in overtime. Game number 2 is a crazy one, and we're tied at 1. Let's get to Tampa Bay now for game number 3. Final score 30-24 from Kansas City. Our first game here in Tampa Bay, Florida. The Buccaneers at home, 26-23 is the score now. If this was the actual Super Bowl, the one game, it'd actually still be in Tampa Bay, which is kind of funny. The Buccaneers are the first team in NFL history to go to the Super Bowl, which they are basically the home team. Tampa Bay going to Tampa Bay to play in the Super Bowl. In this case, of course, they're at Tampa Bay. I could go on with all these, just weird connections. But hey, Tom Brady's 10th Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, if that makes sense. 26-23, 3-point game, and of course they're down by a field goal, and they're at their own 25-yard line. They just got the ball back, and they have one time stoppage, one timeout, with a little over 2 minutes, or just 2 minutes in the dot. Tom Brady and the 25-yard line is going to get a short route. This one's going to complete for about 9 yards, reaches for it, but can't get it. I believe that's Leonard Fournette, and the clock will keep on rolling. It's second down in inches. Couldn't quite get the first down line, but hey, he'll take the 9 yards. You just got to worry about the clock at this point, and somehow get downfield for the field goal attempt. Down to under a minute, 434 total yards of offense, no huddle, down under a minute as I said. Tom Brady looking for a quick pass, that's going to create to Chris Godwin, and he just gets pancaked right at the 40-yard line, and time will still keep on rolling. So you need about 20 to 30, maybe 40 more yards for a comfortable kick. I'm pretty sure that is Suckup, if that's how you say his name or something like that. Still a 3-point game, and you're letting time tick down. You still have that timeout, which is, good. You want to save that. So let's just see if they can hold on to that. Hopefully they don't take a sack here. Full rush for the Buccaneers or the Chiefs, and that's a drop ball. I don't know if that's a good thing to drop the ball. Maybe it is because it stops the clock. He was going to get popped probably around the 43, 44-yard line if he hold on to that one. So good drop in my opinion, and that starts a repeat down at second down at 10. A little under half a minute now. 3-point game, as I said. So Tom Brady from the 40-yard line. As I said, 20 to 30 more yards for a field goal attempt is what's needed. Here he goes. Oh, here comes maybe a blitz. No, they're going to send one back, and this is going to be complete to around the 43-yard line. This time the opponent's 43-yard line, and that's a big completion to Antonio Brown. Now down to 15 seconds left. 456 total yards, and Antonio Brown's his third reception on 39 yards. So it looks like they're going to take this one down to 11 seconds. They're going to take the timeout there, and they're going to be sitting at the 43-yard line. So you got to think that's currently about a 59-yard field goal, maybe a 60-yard field goal. And they called the timeout a little early. Let's just see if they can inch closer with one more play, maybe get out of bounds, because you do not want to take a field goal attempt from that exact spot at the 43-yard line and their opponent's territory. The Kansas City Chiefs, of course, have 3 timeouts, so they can stop the clock if they want to. They can also ice the kicker when it comes down to that point. That's if they even get the kickoff. Tom Brady looking for a short gain. Once again, this is complete around the field goal line. Time is ticking, though. Couldn't get out of bounds, and that's a great open field tackle, and Patrick Mahomes knows it. And that is exactly what they needed. They couldn't get the line in time. And how about that win from the Kansas City Chiefs? Just to stop them out of getting out of bounds. That's just one way to win it. Good open field tackle. And Patrick Mahomes does not have to rely on his offense and quick arm to win this game as they take down and steal the game here in Tampa Bay, Florida in Raymond James Stadium. Tom Brady will go down to 1-2, meaning that the Chiefs are 2 games away. And for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they got 3 more. And we'll be back here the next game for game number 4. So we have a guaranteed game 5, and possibly, I'm pretty sure game 6 is possible. Game 5 will be in Kansas City, and game 6 will be in Tampa Bay. And as I said, game 7 will also be in Kansas City. From here on out, I'm pretty sure the final score is 26-23. Kansas City Chiefs take it, and we're moving on to game number 4. How about this? Another overtime game, this time in Tampa Bay. And look at this. The Bucs on the 12-yard line in the opponent's red zone. And I'm pretty sure they score. They get any points on the board, they win the game. So we'll just see if they can just, of course, get the points on the board. Leonard Fournette's going to run straight up the middle, or straight to the left, and he's going to get about 6 or 7 yards in that one, up to the 6-yard line. So I'm pretty sure they can take a field goal and win this game. I do believe Kansas City did have a turnover, and that's why they're here. That's why they're so close. And they had a turnover on their own side of the field, which gives, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a good shot to win this game. And this has been a really high-scoring game. 38-38 is the score now, and we're going to see one team put up over 40. So, that's what I expect out of both these teams. Both these teams have really good firepower in the offense. Their defenses can play good when they want to, so I do think we're up to a pretty good real Super Bowl. And this is going to be knocked out. That's actually pretty good defense. You're up to a 3rd down and 3. I'm pretty sure it's just a field goal wins the game, so we'll just see from here. I'm not too sure, though. A field goal could keep the Chiefs alive. I just jumped into the game right now, so I have no clue the scenario other than we're in overtime and everything I just told you. For now, 3rd down and 3 at the 6-yard line. It looks like Tom Brady's going to pass this ball unless he just wants to, quarterback draw himself, which is, that's probably the stupidest thing to do. I don't know why I said that. Tom Brady looks at the pass. This one's complete, wide open for the touchdown, and that is Chris Godwin, who did a really good job in the NFC Championship, and he's going to win this game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 44-38. And the Buccaneers, the way they've won both their games, have been in overtime. So we're at a tied series 2-2, which means game 5 will be in, as I said, Kansas City, and game 6 will be back here in Tampa Bay. And of course, game 7 is needed, as I already said, will be in Kansas City. I'm just straighting it out for you guys. Pretty easy win for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, considering that their defense picked up a turnover, and Brady was able to haul in the last one to Chris Godwin, and not the best rep for, I'm pretty sure, Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes. I feel like it's 2-2, right? I'm pretty sure it's 2-2. Kansas City won the last one. Yeah, I'm just getting mixed up. Anyways, we're going to game number 5. This game right here is 3rd down and 4, 1 minute left in 24-17. This is game number 5 back in Kansas City, and I do not expect every single game to be close. This one could end in a knee, which we haven't even seen this entire series so far. I'm pretty surprised we haven't seen a game end on a knee or end in, just multiple possessions or multiple scores, over 7 points. The games have been really close. They've been really fun. However, there is still a chance. I'm not going to count the Bucs out. This is really similar to game number 2. And if an incompletion or he just doesn't get the first down, and in that case, never mind. As you can see, Tyreek Hill is just way too fast, and I'm surprised he turned that into a touchdown. Who needs extra points? Tyreek Hill does. 55 yards for the house. And he just breaks out of that. That's why he's cheetah. There's just no chance. He goes in a slant route, and he breaks free of everything. Get past the cornerback, get past the full safety, and you're off to the races at that point with the best running receiver in the league, the fastest running receiver in the league. So easy enough to say, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win game number 5, which means they lead the series 3-2. They win one more, and they win the best of 7 Super Bowl. They're going to win this game 31-17. I'm not going to show any more. What a touchdown right there, though. We're going back to game number 6 in Tampa Bay, Florida. And in the case of Tampa Bay winning, we go to game 7 in Kansas City. Alright, that's my last time saying that. I'm sure you got it. Game number 6, Tampa Bay. Let's go. Yet another game here in Tampa Bay, Florida. This time, once again, tied at a certain score above 30 points. 31-all. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining at the own 11-yard line is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So they're not in the best scenario right now. If they don't convert here, you got to think that the Kansas City Chiefs still have 3 timeouts. You got to think that they're probably going to punt the ball away with a little bit of time. And we saw what happened last time when Patrick Mahomes had a little bit of time. Even though they got a little lucky to get a face mask penalty, they still ended up with 6 points on the board, or actually 7, and ended up winning the game, or actually losing the game in overtime. Anyways, gray pewter jerseys for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tom Brady's going to sling this one to the left side of the field for Leonard Fournette, and smart move to get out of bounds, and a good gainer there. It's going to be around 15-yard gains, and here it is. Ryan Suckup again. His target's at the 37-yard line, and of course, they win this game. They go to Game 7. Kansas City Chiefs, if they win this game, they win it all. 1 minute drill for Tom Brady. He's been this scenario before. He can do it. He's done it before. And 481 passing yards for Tom Brady. And Tom Brady's have done really good stats every game. He just had a game for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns not long ago. And this game, he has 480 passing yards. So you can see how well Tom Brady's been playing in these games. And that's just expected. And this is going to be another completion. Does he get out of bounds? They will mark him out of bounds. And that's a good completion to Mike Evans as they are driving down the field now at the 43-yard line. Good back-to-back games for Tom Brady, connecting with his running back Leonard Fournette and Mike Evans, and they're looking to win this game, maybe by putting up a field goal on the board. Last time they weren't able to do this because Kansas City stopped them in bounds, and they ended up getting a win off of it. But if Tampa Bay can get 3 points on the board, the time on the board now, they could probably go into Game 7 in Kansas City. Good gainer there. Toe tap for Mike Evans. That's exactly what you need, and they fall out of bounds, and that means a new set of downs at the 43-yard line. Alright, so they're still in their own territory, but they're marching out of it. Tom Brady with 55 seconds left. Still 3 timeouts on the board for both teams. Send this one midfield. Open receiver Antonio Brown breaks out a tackle to the 20. Off to the races. 10, 5. Touchdown Antonio Brown. Who needs 3 when you can take 6? Flipping out of control Antonio Brown. I don't think I'd ever see him do that in real life. He flips, lands on his feet, and gets it in style. 6+ points. Make it 7. And Tom Brady, 3 for 3 completions on that drive. Over 70 yards. Thanks to Antonio Brown breaking that tackle. And then flips and lands it. And Tom Brady and the Bucs are marching to a Game 7. That's if, of course, the Tom Brady and, or not just Tom Brady. Tom Brady's not the defense. That's if the defense of the Bucs can stop Patrick Mahomes in 47 seconds. Extra point for Suckup. 38-31. 47 seconds left. What a deliver from Tom Brady and Antonio Brown. The new connection in the Super Bowl. 1/4 minute remaining. 1 timeout left from the 40-yard line. They need 60 more yards to go. Patrick Mahomes, full rush. Looks to just runs into a defensive linebacker. And I'm pretty sure that's Sue that brings him down. I can never say his name. Is it Ndamukong Suh? It's something like that. And he just runs right into his hands and he gets taken down. So they're forced to call their last timeout as I struggle to say his name. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. 20 seconds now. You take 5 seconds off. You lose 4 yards. And, of course, you waste your timeout. So not looking too good or not looking too hot for Patrick Mahomes in the offense. But, hey, 60 yards is, that's just pretty light work for Patrick Mahomes if you get his receivers open. So let's see if that can happen. Patrick Mahomes is going to stand still. Madden physics, 3 rush. Sends this one deep. And this one is knocked out with the coverage. No penalty. Thought there could be one. So now it's 3rd down to 14 with 13 seconds left. At the point we're looking at now, we're looking at another Game 7, which is going to be fun. They're too fun. I wish I could do these more often. I might actually start doing more of these just more often. Not just Super Bowl, but just like other matchups. So if you guys want to see like matchups like this, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do more best of 7s. All right, 3rd down and 14. Could be one of the final plays. I just want to midfield. This one's caught, and this one's going to be just hauled up around the field goal line. But sadly, they had to waste their timeout because Patrick Mahomes got sacked. And you know what that means? We head into game number 7. Brady's fired up. Brady gets the win easily. Delivers a touchdown to Antonio Brown as well, who flips out of control into the end zone. And they're the reason why this game is won for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 38-31. And we have game number 7, series tied at 3. And we're going back to where we started in Kansas City, Missouri for Arrowhead Stadium. Game number 7. I don't know why it always has to come down to the final minute in a one touchdown game, but that's just what happens when these two teams meet apparently in Madden 21. 1 minute left, extra 5 seconds. 3 timeouts on the board for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, none for the Kansas City Chiefs. And down by 7, Patrick Mahomes, game number 7. Of course, winner takes it all. So, down by 7, as I said, need a touchdown and an extra point from your own 39-yard line. That's the simplicity of this game. Now let's get to the actual plays of it. 2nd down and 10. Do we think Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs can rally back, tie the game up, and maybe have another overtime game? We'll see. Or can the Tampa Bay defense, led by Devin White, Sue, and many other great defensive players, lead them to the Game 7 victory? This one is hauled up really high in the sky, and oh my goodness, I thought he had Tyreek Hill for a second. When you break free like that, Tyreek Hill off to the races. But apparently Patrick Mahomes just overthrew him just by an inch, and that would have been one hell of a touchdown if you complete right there. And Tyreek Hill, that was more than just open. I mean, that was just, there's no word to describe how open he was right there. And Patrick Mahomes just overfires a little bit. 3rd down and 10, 1 minute remaining, 59 seconds left, down by 7, no timeouts. Patrick Mahomes has the time to field. He's doing the exact same thing, airs this one deep for a one-on-one coverage. Oh, I thought he hauled that in. What a grab though, but couldn't complete it. And now they have to go on 4th down and 10, and this could be the final play of the game. If they do not get this, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win the best of 7 Super Bowl, which has just been an insane series so far. 51 seconds left. Could be the final play. Patrick Mahomes, 10 yards is needed. Throws it quick. Blocked up. And this one's dropped, but this one goes back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Turnover on downs, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take over, and they will win the Super Bowl. The pick, they couldn't hold on to the pick, but they don't need it anyways, because they get the ball back, and Tom Brady, who has done this many times in his life, especially in these scenarios here, and another 5 touchdown game. I can't tell you how many times Tom Brady has thrown 5 touchdowns in these games. They have all been super high scoring, and he has scored basically every touchdown for this team. So MVP, of course, goes to Tom Brady, Super Bowl MVP. And then, like I said, someone who's used to doing this is Tom Brady, taking a knee in his Super Bowl. What's new? Tom Brady wins it in a best of 7 series. What a fun series we had there. Tampa Bay wins Game 7 35-28, which means they take it all. And that was just one hell of a ride. Back and forth wins from both teams. And Tom Brady's defense was able to help him out. And of course, Tom Brady, who did most of the work, not just his defense, was able to get a win in Game 7. Winning it all, 35-28. Thank you guys for coming here. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe. And the Super Bowl, which will be about, about 10 days from now or so, we'll be ready for it. Of course, it won't be 7 games, it'll be 60 minutes, but hey, it'll be definitely worth the season. We've had a pretty fun season, and I'm glad to see this Super Bowl, really fun Super Bowl matchup. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.